Hi, I'm going to show you the grit stitch, which is we're making a granny square blanket with plain crochet. And what you're going to have handy is your pattern, and you're using a H hook, crochet hook. A ruler is handy, and your scissors. Okay, and we're doing the blanket in red cherry and black from Red Heart. It's a 4 Worcester weight yarn. It's kind of a basic yarn, and this is I just use a previous square as a guide to my other squares. I can't use black for the video because you won't be able to see it, so I'm just going to use blue. So the first thing I'm going to show you is your basic slip knot. So you're going to take your 2 fingers and you're wrapping your yarn, holding the tail with your 2 fingers in the bottom. You're going to wrap your yarn around those 2 fingers. You're going to have a X in the middle, and you're going to just make a loop in the back there, right in the middle of those 2 fingers. You're taking your crochet hook in the loop, and you're going to let go, and you're pulling the 2 strands, the 2 ends of yarn, and there you have your knot, and it's adjustable like that, so you can pull it up to your hook. Okay, we'll do it again. I'm going to do everything twice so that you can see. You're going to take your yarn and make a X, okay, and you're going to take a loop right in the middle there, and you're going to put your hook right in the loop and pull the ends, and there you have your slip knot. And a slip knot is something that you're going to start all your crochet projects with. So how you hold your yarn is you're taking that pointer finger, your index finger, okay, and this is going to adjust your gauge. So if you pull it tight, you're going to have a very tight gauge. If you leave it kind of loose, you're going to have sort of a medium gauge, okay, and you want to keep a medium gauge for these granny squares, not too tight. As you can see with this example, it's not too tight where you can see the holes and everything. Okay, so you're going to take your index finger and draw up that yarn. You're going to take your middle finger and your thumb, and you're just going to place it on that knot. Okay, and you're going to hold your work with these 2 fingers. So as you continue, you're going to see my fingers going up. So you're just going to hold. Use those to hold your work, and then I just keep the other 2 fingers in the bottom. I just keep that's what keeps my yarn down. Okay, so as you can see, that's how I hold my yarn. Okay, and you're going to make a chain, and the chain is all what it is taking your hook and bringing that yarn right through that loop, okay? And bring it right down through that loop. So I have 3 right now, and you can count. It looks like a braid, but there's no middle strand, okay? And each one equals 1 crochet chain that you just did. So it's 1, 2, 3. I have 3 so far. So I want to do about on your pattern it says chain 25 or until it reaches 5.5 inches. So right here is 5.5 inches. So I'm just going to use my square as a guide, but if you have a ruler, it's you can measure that. Okay, but make sure that you end up with an odd number of chains. So make sure that you're counting them. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And I noticed that 19 is about 5.5 inches for me. So as you can see with my guide, it's about 5.5 inches across, okay? All right, so I'm going to go in the 3rd chain from the hook, okay? So right here equals 1 chain, 1, 2, and 3. So third chain from the hook, you're going to use your back loops when you're looking at your chain. And you're going to use your back loops. Some people use both of them, both of the brackets, and there's different patterns where you use the front bracket, but you're going to go in the back loop right here. All right, and you're going to do a single crochet in the third chain from the hook, and this is how you do your single crochet. You're going to take your hook right through that bracket, and you're going to pull down through that loop. You're going to have 2 loops on your hook, and you're going to bring the yarn right through the two loops. Okay, and that's 1. So a single crochet in the third chain from the hook, and you're going to skip 1, it says, and do 2 in the next one. And I'll show you again how that goes. You're going to bring it through 1, and then you're going to bring it through 2. Okay? So there you go. You have 1 single crochet, and you're going to do it again. So through the same spot you just went in to do in the beginning, you're going to bring your yarn through, and then you're going to bring it through the other 2. Okay? I'm going to go down through this chain, a series of chains, just to show you so you understand. You're going to skip 1, go through the back loop, bring your yarn through, and then you're going to bring it through those last 2 loops. Bring it through the next 2. Okay, and you're going to skip 1 again and do 2 through there again. 1 and 2. You want to make sure that you have enough slack on your yarn too, because that can affect your gauge as well. You're going to skip 1 and go through that one, through once and another time. Okay. Go through the same one, pull through once, pull through twice. You're going to skip another one, and you're going to do 2 chains there. I mean, 2 single crochets there. All right, and skip 1 again, 2 single crochets. And if you need to view this any slower, or you need to view it again, just go right back and rewind your video. Go through the same spot, and you're going to do another 2 single crochets. And what you're going to do is you're going to come to your, it says when you come to your last, and it says in your pattern, until the end of your chain, except you will need to make only 1 single crochet in the last chain. Okay, so I'm coming up to my last 2. Okay, so my last 2, because it's my last 2, I'm skipping 1, and my very last one, I'm doing 1 single crochet. So as you will come to see when I'm just doing 1 instead of 2. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 1 as the pattern says, and then I'm turning. So my work will be, I'll be going this way again. Okay, I'm going to show you again going down this one. As you'll come to see when you are doing your crocheting, is that you're always going to end up with 1 single crochet on the edge. Okay, so what you're doing is you're going to go into row 2 on your pattern, and you're going to single crochet in that first one, not the first one that your hook is on, but the next one. Okay, and you're going to do a single crochet there because that's your edge, and you're going to skip 1, go in that back loop, and you're going to do 2 there. Okay, 2 single crochets there, and you're going to skip 1, do 2 single crochets, and you're just going to follow your pattern, and you're going to continue to do this until it reaches 5.5 inches. It's going to be 5.5 inches this way and 5.5 inches this way. Okay, whatever that will make, how many rows that will make for you, because every gauge is going to be a little bit different. So you're doing 2 single crochets in that space there. Skip 1 again. Your basic pattern is going to be 2 single crochets, skip 1, 2 single crochets, skip 1. Okay? Until you reach the end, or where you're crocheting in the beginning, it's always going to be just 1 single crochet. I'm just going to show you to the end of this, and then I'm going to finish it so that you can see how to tie off. Okay, so then I'm coming to the end, and I have 2 left. Okay, and then my last edge here, where my single crochet is, where my chain is, find that last one. Sometimes it can be a little tricky to find, but you always want to make sure you go to the end. You're just doing 1, not 2. And then you're going to chain 1 and move and turn your work. Okay, so there you go. I have my beginning of my first 2 rows. And then you're just going to go on and on until you reach 5.5 inches. So your work should look like this. And it has the ribbing, and then it has those holes in it. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, when you get to the end, when you reach that 5.5 inches, you're just going to clip off a little bit of your yarn there, and you're just going to pull it through that loop there, and you're going to tighten it, and that's going to give you a nice knot at the end. Okay, so when you reach your 5.5 inches, that's what you're going to do, and then you'll have your square. Okay, thank you for viewing.